Jerningam here. I was going to go to bed a minute ago, but what are the British military doing in Malawi in Africa? So I thought this would be an interesting video to show. This is the British troops in Malawi, Africa.
It's a country of unbelievable beauty.
This happened literally, this video, guys, 1 day ago. The British troops going to Malawi.
And there are British soldiers here.
I don't know if there's a war going on in Africa, but unless they're trying to sort out all law and order and just preparing, or...
There's a team of British soldiers doing anti-poaching, but here near Salima, there's a very different task.
This guy's going around filming various things of war. Not a lot of people like war, I can understand that and respect that, but people want to live in a peaceful world, but there's something going down here, it looks like.
British soldiers here to help train and mentor the Malawi Defence Force. Malawi contributes almost 900 soldiers to the UN peacekeeping mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And it's not what you might usually associate with a UN mission. Increasingly, the blue UN helmet offers less protection or immunity than it used to. So that means that on some UN peacekeeping missions, soldiers are fighting in real violent engagements.
We realized that we do not have enough capacity to all of a sudden shift from my traditional peacekeeping and go into an offensive force intervention brigade. So Malawi government did...
Shout out for this guy who did this video for us. That showed us this video of Africa and Malawi.
To train our troops, looking at your previous experiences in other peace support operations.
If you guys have been in the war and seen a lot of things that are private and personal, you may like this video, or you may think about the war.
It's been exploited and taken advantage of since the colonial era.
Not a nice place, war.
The Second Congo War between 1998 and 2003
Talk about the Congo War
is
now.
even known by some as Africa's World War.
Africa's World War.
Why has there been so much fighting? There's no simple catch-all explanation. Greed, race, outside intervention, resources. The Democratic Republic of Congo is one of the biggest countries in Africa, as large as Western Europe. It's also one of the poorest countries in the world. And it's resource rich. You might think that would be a good thing for the DRC, but in reality, it's in part what's led to its history of war and political struggles. There's been an ongoing conflict or war in the DRC since 2004, and throw into the mix Ebola, and that's the situation.
Shout out for this guy that's talking.
Soldiers are going into...
I know I'm filming his video and I'm putting it onto my channel because I think a lot about the army. I respect the army. It's a hard job sometimes for people.
At the moment,
and I hope this guy that's watching will see my videos.
In an incredibly challenging environment. They're also trying to do that based in the...
You know, there's a lot of ill people in Africa. There's people starving. There's not enough water or food.
Outbreak of Ebola in history. So they're essentially conducting operations with their hands tied behind their back.
This latest fighting is known as the Kivu conflict. The UN has a 21,000 strong force in the area, the largest peacekeeping mission currently in operation. There's thought to be 134 armed groups active in North and South Kivu. It's a complex theatre where the task of keeping peace is difficult, maybe impossible.
It's a hard job and task for the Africans to keep law and order.
173 UN peacekeepers have died on the mission in the DRC, 13 from Malawi.
It's just an incredibly complex scenario that the guys are trying to deal with, and the sort of things the guys are going out and dealing with are sort of fighting patrols against an enemy who has intentions to ambush them, to use human shields.
There's a lot of army personnel there, as you guys can see.
These soldiers will stick on blue UN helmets and head to the Democratic Republic of Congo.
I had to film this because it was 1 day ago, and it talks about the army. If you've ever seen Bear Grylls before, different programs, nothing about the army. Like your army films and your army history, you like this sort of film or movie, or a lot of army movies and stuff and games, army games, like Call of Duty, for example, Battlefield.
For a force that will almost definitely be involved in firefights in the DRC's thick jungles. and it's training that's been life-saving in the past.
Stressful job for everyone.
We
It's work.
had an unfortunate incident in DRC where we lost some soldiers and troops went missing. But through the excellent training which the Quakers provided for that particular contingent on jungle warfare, which for sure includes navigations and etc., our troops were able to navigate effectively and go back to safe zones.
The UN peacekeeping mission in the DRC has been authorised to use all necessary means to carry out its mandate. The job of peacekeepers there is to protect civilians, humanitarian personnel, and human rights defenders under imminent threat of physical violence.
UN trucks.
That's why one of the main efforts in the DRC will be to engage with civilians and offer support for their problems. To be a group that can be approached, the only group that civilians can come to learn aren't a threat.
We know we're there to help. We know we want to support them. But the DRC has such a long history of conflict and violence that to convince people that we genuinely are there to support them and that we will continue to protect them is extremely challenging.
Civilians in the Kivu province of the DRC face huge problems: rape, gang rape, sexual slavery, and mutilation. The only way to help these civilians in any way is by engagement.
The whole point of having these engagement teams is that they take the time to build up relationships with the community. They visit on a regular basis, they get to know the key players in the community, who are the power brokers, who are the people that can make things happen, where are the risks coming from. So by having engagement teams, it gives us the opportunity to reach into and build up relationships and gain trust from those communities that we're most trying to support.
Okay, so back with the British forces in Malawi. They're focusing on getting more women into these engagement teams to help increase the likelihood of civilians coming forward in the DRC. It's an evolution of the female engagement teams that were used by NATO forces in Afghanistan.
The female engagement team out here is really important to the Malawians because when they get deployed out there, there's really serious sexual abuse going on with males and females and children, juveniles. This engagement team is the first engagement team to have mixed, so it's got males and females involved in it as well.
So what does Britain get from all this?
Sending a team of 19 soldiers from across the army, from the engineers, from the Royal Military Police, from the Royal Artillery, the Intelligence Corps, and a large proportion from the infantry, is an extraordinary opportunity for many of these soldiers to come to Africa to work with an indigenous force to help prepare them for one of the most challenging UN operations that exists on the continent.
The DRC is not likely to become stable anytime soon, but the training the British Army provide here in Malawi is helping. It increases the chances of success for the Malawian Defence Force, where their success is measured by individual lives changed and saved. Thanks for watching. If you want to know more about what the British Armed Forces are doing in Malawi, then go to our website forces.net. The link is down below. And if you want to see more videos like this one, then be sure to subscribe.
Well, guys, I hope you've all enjoyed that video of Malawi, Africa. The British Armed Forces going there. Thank you for joining me in this one. Please like, comment, subscribe in this video. And share these videos with your friends. And I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Peace. See you next one. And thank you for joining me again. There'll be more videos to come. See you later, guys. Peace.